everyone, it's Krystallee here. So how can you deal with losing a relationship? There's many ways to lose a relationship. Maybe it was over a disagreement, or maybe it was because somebody passed on. And losing relationships are really difficult for us to process. We're so emotionally invested, regardless if it was a positive or negative situation going on, we are still deeply influenced emotionally by them. And so we have this attachment to them that perhaps we have a hard time letting go because we're filled with perhaps maybe some negative feelings of anger, maybe some resentment, maybe bitterness, and maybe you're filled with the joy and pleasure and beauty of the relationship. So it does vary on whatever the relationship meant to you. And ultimately, what we want to do is focus on what honor can we give this relationship in our life to the purpose and meaning that it has given us in order to grow and learn and flourish and develop further in our own selves. And what can we take away from that relationship? What can we utilize that has given us a better meaning of ourselves, of life, and just everything in general that is truly meaningful to us? That's what we should take away from it. And although there could be those labels of good and bad, right or wrong, negative or positive, we're not wanting to label these types of behaviors or traits that people may have had that maybe caused you to lose a relationship over a disagreement or argument. Or maybe the person passed on and they weren't the most stand-up person that you were hoping for and let you down. We don't want to put those kinds of labels on that because then that makes us focused on the wrong things. We're constantly weighing them, comparing, giving our analogies, giving our concepts, our opinions, should, shouldn't, and it really shouldn't come down to that, really. As I am telling you should or shouldn't. I'm giving you a concept to grasp that may help you move past some challenging things that you may experience with losing a relationship. And it's something to consider only because I've caught myself in these manners many times when I've lost relationships, up until just recently when I've lost a very significant and dear relationship to me. So we have to cultivate what we got from that relationship. How did that benefit us? How did that help us? How did that make us a better person? How can we learn from this? And if they were great relationships, then hold that honor in a way of how that added value to your life, how you are a better person. And as you can see, they're very parallel things anyway, regardless if the relationship was good or bad. Again, putting that label on. So take away the label and put the person in front of you and think about your own self, of how you would want to be honored. If somebody, brushed you aside tomorrow and didn't need your friendship anymore and moved on, or perhaps someone you're going to pass away and you want to leave this little needle in the haystack for somebody to remember you by. Think about how you would want to be honored and how you would want to have that influence in other people's life. And that's something that you should work towards or consider striving towards so you can live in a more aligned, more peaceful, calm state in your life where relationships, as challenging as they can be, you're able to deal with them in a very nurturing way without taking that negative stance or that condescending stance upon it, and really hold value in that and see how you have evolved from that relationship. And of course, any coping skill during this time is very helpful when you're dealing with a lost relationship. And that means maybe you do some quiet journaling, some deeper thinking, some meditating, exercising, movement, nourishment. All these really good things are always necessary in order to support the bigger picture. So comment below on how you hold honor for somebody that you've lost either recently or even if it was a while ago. How do you honor them in your life and have that honor? What did you learn? What did you gain? And I hope you're able to get some value out of this today. I'll see you soon.